Do you love your car? We gotta have cars in the US, right? We're generally, unless you're in a small town, we don't live in a very walkable environments where you can get to everything by walking. I know I don't. And so I have to have a car. Well, I'm in the process right now of downsizing my car. In other words, I'm taking a larger vehicle. It's not that large, it's a Honda CRV. And I'm going to go buy actually, I'm going to trade it in for a lower priced, a lower valued, older vehicle. I'm doing this for several reasons. The most important one is surrender. That's the most important one. See, it's been in my awareness, let's say that, for the past full year that I might be required to do something about my vehicle. There's nothing wrong with it, but for financial reasons, I have to do something about it and have a less expensive vehicle. And I've been fighting that, fighting that, fighting that, and fighting. I would say, nope, not doing that. Nope, nope, nope. As a matter of fact, if you asked me a week ago, I would have said, nope, nope, nope. Not the car, not the car. And then it hit me. I was making that decision on my own and not with God. I hadn't consulted God about it. And I don't know about you, but when I make decisions on my own, when I'm going off on my own and not consulting God, that's when things happen. That's when things don't go so well. That's when worry, anxiety, stress, mind swirls, all this stuff happens to me, is when I'm not consulting God and I'm making a big decision without Him. So I surrendered my car to God. My God, whatever you say, whatever you want, your will be done. And the will is for me to let go of my car. And I'm so at peace with that. It's a little freaky to me too. I'm completely at peace with that. There's nothing wrong with my car. It's been wonderful. It's a great car. It served me well. Has needed very little. And for the longest time before I did this full surrender of my car to look to the Lord, I would make up all these reasons why, no, I can't. I'm going to get somebody else's problem vehicle, or it's going to cost me more in the long run because it's going to need more maintenance than my current vehicle requires, or, it's going to break down on me, or this or that. I would have all these excuses. And actually, yeah, there's legitimacy to some of that. There absolutely is legitimacy to some of that. But that's not actually the norm experience. And those things can happen with a new car too. So it came down to that I was holding on to something that maybe God wanted me to not hold on to anymore. And not because there's something wrong, not because of right and wrong, not because of good and bad, because honestly, nothing I have is mine anyway. It's all God's. So by admitting that, by living in that, by surrendering fully into that, which sometimes is moment by moment, I'm actually more blessed. I'm more at peace. I'm closer to Christ. I'm living more like Christ. I don't have panic when I went and looked at a car yesterday. Here's another part of that. I went and looked at a car yesterday. I went in there. So I've done all the research online. I've researched the heck out of this. Did all the research online. Went to drive the car. Not thrilled with it. And for lots of different reasons. It didn't look so great on the inside. Didn't feel so great in one steering maneuver, because I drove it around a pretty big loop on the roads. So I was starting to get doubts And then I realized, oh, I haven't asked God. I haven't asked God specifically about that vehicle. I had asked God about whether or not to go look for another vehicle, have another vehicle, downsize my vehicle, but I hadn't asked God about this particular car, whether or not this is the car to purchase. So I asked. God told me to slow down and think about all the ways that that vehicle did not seem right to me, but the whole experience didn't seem right to me. And I did. And I didn't buy that vehicle. And I am so happy I didn't buy that vehicle. Now, I've shared this story with my friends and family, loved ones, and they're all like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. All those things you saw, all what you experienced, and they just kind of the dealership kind of acted like they weren't big deals. No, it is. It is a big deal. I didn't get that vehicle. I'm going to go look at another one tomorrow. Maybe that's the one. And again, this time, I've learned giving it to God. Not an easy practice to do, to surrender to God. But, oh my gosh, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So how are you practicing surrendering to Christ in your life? I'd love to hear. And if you would love to have some help, I have some step-by-step how to become more centered, more grounded, more fully the Christian, the Christ walk, more fully into that, I can help you. First thing we'll do is we'll learn about you and what gets in your way. And I will give you steps on how, and you'll work with me. We'll work together on how to remove those and removing those and healing what needs to be healed so that those no longer get in the way. You can tell I'm working on pride. The pride says, no, that's my vehicle. No, I'm not getting rid of it. Oh, maybe I am getting rid of it. Because pride doesn't have any place in my life. It may show up, but it doesn't actually belong there. It's not invited. And I pray for that for you too. Blessings. Bye-bye.